So about a month ago, Anthem released, and I was really excited for it. I avoided everything about this game until it was released. And somewhat that was a good thing, and somewhat that was a bad thing. You see, the game was amazing at first, and I even thought the game was almost flawless. That was up until I looked it up on the internet to see what types of javelin builds there are, and I quickly found out that the game has many flaws. When I did end up finding out all these things about Anthem, I was swarmed by hundreds of things saying how the game never changes. With a game completely centered around loot, you'd expect it to be a little better at endgame. You see, when you get a game that is based around loot and you end up getting to the end of the game, you'll find out very quickly that the game is completely different.
It's all about that grind!
And that unfortunately was a problem for this game because Anthem didn't really have this. There were no unique guns out there. You know, in games like Destiny, Borderlands, they have guns that are very unique, and then they were so special that they had special abilities and did special things that ended up making you feel very unique for using them. Even games like The Division had this, but Anthem didn't. All the guns looked the exact same and they were all boring. I was so disappointed to hear this because I expected to find some super crazy gun that can kill anything in one shot or something similar to that. But unfortunately, I was mistaken horribly. Now, the problem with Anthem in my eyes is the fact it released too early. They should have held off for a few more months, because the problem is they released this game during a time where game after game was dropping, and they were all pretty good games. I mean, heck, not even a month later we have The Division 2. Honestly, I feel almost betrayed. I never really trusted BioWare to begin with. I never really played a BioWare game, Mass Effect. But honestly, they fell into the trap of they released the game too early. The problem with video game companies nowadays is they try to push a game out as quickly as possible, which is a stupid idea. If a game releases and it's not finished, you'll lose half your audience within the first week. If your game releases finished, your game will continue until it starts dropping in quality. For example, Grand Theft Auto 5. That game went on for a long time, and why is that? They delayed the release date for that game a few times because they knew it wasn't ready. They weren't like, oh crap, well we should just push it out now because it's unfinished. No, they released it, and guess what? The game went on up until, just recently. It released, I think, around 2012, 2013, and it went all the way 2016, 2017. That's absurd. In fact, it is still releasing content. But with this game, when it released, it was so noticeably, it had not been finished. And it's strange, people weren't even surprised when the E3 trailer lied to them. I expect people to already, know this. The fact that it's happened hundreds of times already. Video game companies lie to you and lie, and they release some garbage game. Some of you out there might like Anthem, and that's okay. But you know what? I feel like I have the right to say what I want to about this game. First of all, because it's the internet, and second of all, I bought this game, and I feel almost betrayed because I spent $60 on it, and I barely got my 60 hours worth in it. Everyone is pointing at Anthem saying how terrible it is and how flawed it is and how it won't even be finished until, next month. It's going to take 2 months until something actually releases other than 3 of the same missions over and over. How exciting. And to top it all off, recently The Division 2 actually released, and it, I believe, killed off Anthem. You see, Anthem released its game too early for 2 reasons. The game wasn't finished, and it released around the same time as The Division 2. The Division 2 already had a backing from The Division 1, and a lot of the Ubisoft fanboys who like to play, Rainbow and Ghost Recon, me being one of those, was really excited for The Division 2. Unfortunately, Anthem didn't really have as much as a backing as The Division 2. Anthem was that game that you kind of had to have faith in to buy it. You couldn't really trust the company as much as you could trust other companies. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, this game could eventually be finished, and look what happened to like Rainbow and The Division 2 and Ghost Recon. Well, that's the problem with this game. We don't know if BioWare will do this. We've never experienced a BioWare game ever doing this. Ubisoft, I mean, on the other hand, they've done this hundreds of times, and granted, it's not the greatest thing that they do this every single game. They still make the game great after a few months. I mean, Ubisoft has changed games from horrible to beautiful. So even if The Division 2 is horrible, people will know it to be better. And it's already better than Anthem is. And that's saying a lot, because Anthem has already been out for almost a whole month. I didn't even finish Anthem. I didn't want to. I got so bored, the game wasn't worth it. I got to level 20 and I just dropped the game because there was no point in me playing it anymore. Time and time again, we are ultimately treated like crap whenever these games come out. You know, we can't trust companies that release games anymore because we don't know if they're good or not. There's only a few companies that we can actually trust to release somewhat decent games. And even at a point, these companies that do create really great games can't really hold up as much in other departments. For example, with Red Dead Redemption. With Red Dead Online, it is ultimately a disaster and lost a lot of people in their audience. Though the game itself of Red Dead 2 was beautiful, the online just kind of sunk the ship. But to see a game like Anthem already be dead, and of course people out there will say, well, it's not dead, it still has a pretty vivid audience. Well, yeah, but it was supposed to be the game that like destroyed them all. Everyone looked at it as this beautiful game, and it didn't turn out to be that. I have been trying to make this game work, but I just couldn't. And I hate saying that because I was really excited for this game. I wanted it to last me for as long as possible, and it didn't last me long at all. It was only under a week. I'm still playing The Division 2, and I enjoy it so much. I already have like a whole days of hours in it. I love the game. Fortunately, I can't say the same about Anthem. The fact that on PC I had to go download the Origin app just to play this game was even putting salt in the wound, because the Origin app isn't even really worth it either. It barely has any games to it, and I'd rather just play other ones like Steam or the Epic Store. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this game in the comments below. I would really love to hear your guys' opinion. I know I haven't really talked about this game too much, but since the release of Division 2, I figured that this game has taken a huge hit. I've been going around on social media and seeing people just badmouth Anthem to the nth degree on Division posts. So I figured people have had enough with Anthem, understandably. So guys, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget to check out my links in the description: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and my friend's channel. If you do leave a like on the video, I will love you to death. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll become a Bruja, which of course is the best thing ever. And I will see you later,
The hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world